Welcome to the show, everyone. I'm Darren Karp, and on the line with me now is honestly one of the most beautiful housewives I think I have ever had the pleasure to meet, and she's just as beautiful, if not more, on the dance floor. I've got the lovely Kenya Moore on the line. How you doing, Kenya?
Hey, girlfriend. Oh, you're too kind. You are too kind.
Good to see you. I mean, you are just crush. Who knew? You know, in Housewives world, you don't get to samba in the same way that you do on the floor. I am impressed. You are competing on this season of Dancing with the Stars with the very cute Brandon Armstrong, I might say. I know that you love.
Yes.
I know that you love to dance, but were you nervous at all coming on the season to do like classic ballroom dancing? It seems highly intimidating to me.
It is. It's very intimidating because it's just not in my wheelhouse. You know, I've never ballroom danced. I don't, particularly do like a lot of dancing in my life, other than like, when you come out of the shower and you're like just feeling good and goofing around. And I used to dance when I was in school, like, dance club, stuff like that, but it's nothing like ballroom. So yes, different muscles, different carriage, different frames. It's all like really definitely at first intimidating.
Well, last week was one of my favorite weeks because it was Britney week, and you got to dance the tango to Womanizer. You mentioned, honestly, how special it was for you to dance to a Britney song because you both came up in the pageant world. How does it kind of feel to be in a competition again? It's a different format, but does it kind of feel the same and tap into your competitive spirit at all?
You know what? I think I'm just competitive by nature. Even if you see me doing a potato sack race, I'm like, I gotta win this. I gotta win this. I gotta win this. Like I'm insane when it comes to being competitive. And I actually joined a group for competitive people, anonymous, but then they kicked me out because I was trying to win every argument.
Why does that track, Kenya? Why does that track?
But yeah, it brings that out in me, but at the same time, I'm doing something that I really, really love to do. I was exposed to dance at a really young age from my grandmother who raised me. We didn't have money or anything like that. So she put us into like some free community center classes. And from there, it just like exposed me to it. And I love it. It's like my happy place. And it just feels so good to be out there with everyone and to be in front of judges that I really respect and admire. So I'm the happiest girl in the world right now.
I gotta say, you look happy. You glow on stage, and I know how hard and how much work you've put into it every single week. The past 2 weeks, while the judges praised you, and in my eyes, you did incredible, you didn't get the scores that the viewers thought that you should have. Some actually thought that you were completely robbed. How are you kind of feeling going into this week of competition? Do you feel a renewed sense of energy?
Well, honestly, if I'm being totally honest, it kind of felt like a gut punch, to be in the bottom two last week. Because I did work really hard and I felt like I deserved higher scores, but I do respect the process. But the only thing that I can do right now is to really focus on the next two dances and just kill it, and activate and mobilize my fan base to vote for me because I didn't have the lowest scores, but yet I was in the bottom two. So that can only mean, hey guys, don't take it for granted. Watch the show, vote, make sure you're voting while the show is on. And I think a lot of people maybe are watching, but then they're not voting while the show is on, or they're voting in a different time zone when the show is actually, off already. So, and the Housewives came through for me the first 2 weeks. And I just think that the third week I forgot to ask, hey guys, remind people to vote. So I think that had a lot to do with it too.
Yeah, a lot of it is social media. It was nice seeing all the Housewives kind of support you on this. So far, in your journey, what has been your favorite dance to learn and perform?
Interesting enough, I don't think that dance is here yet. I'm not sure if it's here yet. To date, I've had the tango, the cha-cha, and the foxtrot. I was most intimidated by the foxtrot because it was just a different world. It's true standard ballroom dancing. And I had no idea what to expect, what I was doing, my frame, my hold, my head, where do I turn, where do I look, how do I do this? And I actually felt really comfortable after I learned the routine, and Brandon did a great job. Now I really look forward to doing contemporary, which is my next dance, which is, it's my wheelhouse. It's how I naturally move my body. So I'm hoping that it's my best dance.
So would you say that the foxtrot was at least the most difficult to learn or the most difficult to execute? Has Brandon sort of helped you navigate your, learning curves this season with everything?
I feel like it was the most difficult in my mind, but the most difficult to date was the cha-cha. The cha-cha is fast, and you can't sway, you can't bend your legs a lot of the times. It's like a straight leg, but yet you have to move your hips. So it's like, how am I moving my hips, but I can't bend my leg, And how is my body this way, but like my hips are, it's a beast. The cha-cha is a beast.
Seems like a beast. There is a lot of competition this season. It's just a star-studded show every Monday. Who do you think is your biggest threat to winning that Mirror Ball trophy as of right now?
Well, it seems like the people that aren't voting. It seems like my fan base that's being lazy and not voting, because I know they're there. And I don't want them to take my position on the show for granted. So just mobilizing them pretty much is my biggest threat. Listen, the strongest dancers don't always win. So in terms of that, I can't say that there's competition, because I've watched the show for 16 seasons and I've seen some real surprises in that area, but it isn't purely a dance competition. I think people really enjoy seeing the journey. They enjoy what your story is. How did you get from A to B? Why are you here? And I think that I have all of those elements that I could make it to the finals and possibly win the Mirror Ball. So I don't feel like there's direct competition other than myself.
It must be nice kind of having a friend upstage. How is it kind of seeing Tyra as the host? You two have known each other for some time. And for some reason, something tells me there is an America's Next Top Beauty Queen show brewing right now between the two of you. Am I right?
She would be the one that I would go to produce it. I mean, that's one thing that I did learn from her, way back when we were in our 20s. We lost touch over the years, but it was great to see her again. She's got a great business mind. And if I had a show idea to produce that was like that, which I do, I would go to her. So maybe after the show is done and the competition is done, I'll say, hey, friend, can you help me out over here?
Please, I need to see that reality show. I always hear how incredible of a workout Dancing with the Stars is. Celebs leave that show almost looking completely different than how they started in a lot of ways. How has this show kind of been for your physical health? Will we see a ballroom dancing Kenya Moore workout video after the season is over? I mean, are you going to be expanding this? What's going on?
I need you on my team. You know what? I need you on my team, Darren, because you have great ideas, and you look like you can get me a lot of bags. I'm leaving bags on the table because I don't have you on my team.
Hire me, Kenya. Hire me.
I need to. I think, first of all, the workout is incredible. And for me being, now I'm 50 now, the bones are not doing what the bones should do. The muscles are not, the kicks aren't as high, the legs don't get splayed as, much. So that's already for me a little bit of a disappointment, because, my body, I've been in, therapy with my knee, my back, my leg, things are hurting that I didn't even know. And in terms of like just getting the body, I would if I wasn't such an emotional eater. And so when I get stressed out, I'm like, I just ate a donut. Okay, so there goes my 1 pound I could have lost this week because I ate this donut, so.
It balances out, right? It balances out.
Right.
Well, here's another $1 million idea. Are you going to be bringing these dance moves to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, throwing a shady ballroom dancing event next season to make fun of the ladies and how advanced you are compared to them? How about that?
Well, I wouldn't want to make fun of them because, I believe in trying to help and, teach them now that I can be the teacher. So yeah, there could be a scene or two. I've already thought about that. Like maybe my opening scene is like a beautiful ballroom dance, where they can bring their dates, their husbands, and I might be able to bring Brandon. So we don't know.
Just make it happen for me. It is the couple that I need to exist in the world. He is so cute. So just, Kenya, do it.
So cute. Isn't he so cute? But he's a great guy, a gentleman. I can't say enough things about him, but he has also been my protector of my feelings. And that's important to me. And he's just a stellar guy. And any woman that he ends up with will be a very lucky woman.
Absolutely. I'm just hoping it's you secretly, but that's just me. It's just my reality dreams coming true.
Me too.
Yeah, you wouldn't say no to that, Kenya. You wouldn't say no to it. But
I never say never. And listen, there may be a little crush there. He may be going from baby brother to, possibilities. So we don't know yet.
Oh, we're moving up the ladder. All right. I'm rooting for him.
Moving up. I don't know.
I'm rooting for him. Well, I want to switch gears just for a moment, because speaking of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, obviously everyone, fans, friends, everyone at the Bravo family are all still feeling the loss of Greg Leakes, of course. As a cast member and friend, I know you're all feeling the loss kind of more than most. Have you been in touch with Nene or the kids since the funeral? And how has that loss in your eyes not only been for Nene, but for all the housewives and husbands? Are you going to dedicate a dance to him this season on Dancing with the Stars? Walk me through that.
Wow, I hadn't thought about that. That's a really beautiful sentiment, I think. I have been in touch with Nene since the funeral or the repast, and it was just briefly, just through email, her acknowledging that she knew I was there, but she couldn't talk to me. She was just really busy, and I had to leave early because I had to get back on the plane to come back to LA. I just went for the funeral, for the repast. So other than that, it was a terrible loss for everyone that ever knew Greg. I mean, he was an amazing human being, and I think he deserved to have his life honored in that way. And I'm just, continuing to pray for their family, for healing, and just, but also not forgetting him, just to hold everything that he was to them as well as the world, very close to their hearts.
Yeah, I'm sure it was a grave loss, but honestly, you're making everyone so happy every Monday night, Kenya. I'm voting for you every week. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for being on Dancing with the Stars. I'll be watching you and rooting for you behind the scenes.
And don't forget to vote.
Amen. Vote, people. Be sure to vote and catch this beauty queen on Dancing with the Stars Mondays at 8, 7 Central, only on ABC, and vote for my girl, Kenya.